So it's graduation time in South Africa. A lot of university leavers ready to receive their degrees and their diplomas. And today on the show, I'm talking directly to those new graduates. So if you know a graduate, please share this podcast with them. And if you're joining us for the very first time, please subscribe to the podcast as well. And if you're listening to us on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. The Wealth Nation podcast is brought to you by Solomon Wealth Management. Solomon Wealth Management is an innovative team of wealth managers that addresses the entirety of your life, your family, your business, your future, one facet at a time. We use our skill and expertise to the consideration of what you have accumulated and how best to administer it through life's changes. From financial counsel on managing your wealth to careful contemplation of how to transfer it to future generations, it's your vision for your future combined with our skill and expertise to help you reach financial excellence. So if you want to sit with us one-on-one, go to www.solomonwealth.co.za, click on the Get Started button, and we could be chatting one-on-one. So if you're new here, my name is Yolanda. I am a financial advisor, and it is my goal on this platform to give you easy, actionable tips, content, and strategies that you can use to manage your money well, to live abundantly, and build generational wealth. So today we're talking to the graduates, and we are talking specifically about the various mistakes that graduates make when they are starting out in their careers. And this is what I want you to avoid as you start off. Hopefully you're starting on a clean slate and you're not carrying student debt. But if you are, you got to prioritize that. But these are the traps that I don't want you to get in. And if you get it right now, it's these healthy patterns that you're going to take throughout the rest of your life. And you're going to be in a pretty solid state when it comes to your money. So the first mistake that I do not want you to make is not saving. Now, whichever job you're walking into, and hopefully you are blessed enough to have secured yourself a job, whatever it is that you're earning, for example, let's say you're earning 20,000 rands a month, okay? I don't want you to consider your after-tax salary is 20,000 rand a month. I don't want you to consider 20,000 rand as your salary. I want you to consider 16,000 rand as your salary, and take the rest, that 4,000. First thing, start building up that emergency fund, okay? Don't make that mistake of not saving. And a lot of the times I see graduates, you have these credit providers on your campuses, they're giving you a line of credit, and now you're stuck in this debt cycle. But before you even get into that debt cycle, give yourself an opportunity to build up an emergency fund, because it may seem like things are sailing really smoothly now. But life happens, anything can happen, and sometimes even your whole salary has to go to sort out an emergency or something like that. Keep your rent low, keep your utilities low. If you have to get a car, it doesn't have to be the fanciest car, guys. Keep it basic and try and get it right first time around. So even if they don't exactly look that nice or seem that nice right now, see it as a sacrifice, especially in the first couple of years in your career. Live on minimum and stash the rest. Stash away as much as you can. The first thing you should do is set up that emergency savings that you can use as a buffer. Now, I'm sure you have a salary and there's so many demands on the salary that you have. You should always strive to save whatever you can and to put that into a high interest account, as high as you can get in the current time, which isn't that high. But try and get that emergency account together first thing, all right? When you have that, come and speak to me. I'll give you a few strategies how you can maximize that. The second mistake that I don't want you to make is spending all of your money. Now, recent graduates naturally equate a salary to newfound wealth and independence. And that's some false thought that you have right there. Previously, maybe you're living off of friends, family that have been You're paying your way through university, but now you have money that is all yours, that you have earned on your own merit. And the sense of autonomy comes along, and it can lead to some unrealistic spending and terrible spending habits. So your salary provides you with this illusion of security. And it's how you use the salary that determines your financial well-being. Now, you haven't really lived in the real world, okay? Now, in the real world, assets either appreciate or they depreciate. When you purchase a car, you are purchasing a depreciating asset. And that is why I said my first mistake, don't buy the fanciest car right now. You're making that sacrifice. Buy something small to get you to work and do your little running around. Do it now while you can set yourself up. Don't fall into this false sense of security that your salary is giving you. Things like furniture, TVs, cell phones, fancy holidays, clubbing, bar hopping. All right, it's wasteful expenditure. I know we often use this term with the politicians, but we're all guilty of it at some point. And I'm really urging you not to fall into this wasteful expenditure. So cell phones, TVs, holidays, that kind of thing, all of that depreciates. You have to take multiple levels of action that can help you create real financial security. And that has to do with investing and putting your money into assets that appreciate over time, such as unit trusts, ETFs, even tax-free investments, real estate investment trusts. All these sort of investments pay you. They pay you in form of dividend, possibly interest, depending on the type of assets that you invest in. Okay, so don't fall into that false sense of security that the salary cash flow gives you. You got to use this cash flow to purchase the assets. Mistake number 3 is letting debt get out of control. And I know the temptation is there, especially with new graduates. The banks and the credit providers see you as you are the asset to the credit providers and the banks, right? Because you are the cash flow. So don't take these store cards, these high interest store cards, high interest credit cards, and spend frivolously. I can't tell you how many people that I sit with, high income earners. They come to me and say they need a financial coach because they earn so well, but they don't know where their money is going. So I don't want you to come sit with me. If you're in that bad spending habits, your 20s are going to go by driving this fancy car, nice jewelry, hair, nails, all of that, all done. But come in your 30s, and you're going to realize, where did the time go? Where did the money go? And then you're going to come to me. I prefer that you come to me now. Let me help you get this right first time around. And you can be sitting pretty in your 30s and 40s, and you don't have to be scrambling and working as hard. Okay, so do the wise thing. I know the temptation is so great, but hopefully somebody who loves you has shared this podcast with you. So do the right thing with your money. Don't get caught into that debt trap just because you have this false sense of salary cash flow that's giving you that false sense of security. Now, while being said, talking about the bad debt, you can get good debt as well. If you're taking that good debt to invest into assets that appreciate and give you income. But that's at least let your first year or two go by until you're at that level. Get your emergency fund set up. Get the basics that you need in place. You need a small car. Get your insurance and your income protection sorted out, and then start saving for those more sort of advanced investments. Mistake number 4, becoming a bad credit risk. Now, if you are getting into these bad habits, and you're just consuming, partying, clubbing, clothes, and all of that, your debt is going to be out of control. You're going to have this super low credit score. And later on in life, when you want to keep up with your peers who are buying houses and doing the whole family thing, you can't get a line of credit because you've messed it up so badly in your 20s. All right, so manage your debt carefully. Don't go into consumer debt. If you had to take out loans to study, prioritize paying that off, but don't get into consumer debt. And mistake number 5 is forgetting about life insurance. And I spoke to a couple of nice young ladies recently, in their early 20s, and we're talking about getting life insurance for them. And one of the cool things about life insurance is, especially when you're young, life insurance is not really bought with money. It's bought with age, and it's bought with health. Now, typically, the younger you are, the healthier you are. And you're getting some amazing rates. And when you're a little bit younger in your career and you're just starting out, you're not earning that well. You may be a professional, and if you're lucky enough to be earning that well, great. But a lot of folks are not earning that well. And young people in South Africa, because we have some amazing products, you have the opportunity to future buy your life cover, your risk cover, and get that in place. If you don't have any dependents, you don't need life cover. Okay? You will need it later on in life, but you can pre-buy it now at a super affordable rate. You shouldn't be paying greater than $500. If you're below 25, you shouldn't be paying more than $500 for good comprehensive risk products. So let's chat about that. Okay? How we can secure you for the future and get some really low rates for you right now, and future buy your life cover now. All right, so those are the 5 mistakes that I don't want you to make as a new graduate. Please share this with graduates. Share this episode if you're watching or if you're listening on our website. This will be available on our website. It will be available on our YouTube channel as well. So share the link with as many graduates as you can. We want to make sure that our graduates start off and get it right first time around, and not come to their 40s and their 50s and realize all this time is gone. I have nothing to my name. I don't know where the time has went and where the money has went. And where the money has went as well. All right, so we'll chat next week. And if you want to reach out at any time, it's Yolanda at financiallyfabulousfemales.com. And don't forget, we released 2 new financial education training masterclasses. The first one is How to Invest for Your Kids masterclass. It's a free masterclass. Check it out on our website. I'll also put it in the show notes as well. And the Retirement Bootcamp, where I'm taking you through the various life stages from your 20s. In fact, even for your kids, how we can start preparing for them for their retirement as well. All right, so check out those new trainings. It is not available for everybody. Spaces are limited, and it will be taken down soon as well. So get on that training, and I'll chat to you next week.
Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to visit our website at www.financiallyfabulousfemales.com and sign up for our free investment masterclass.